founders of startups, right? If somebody that is, in the process of raising funds, or somebody that is raised, somewhere between, 50,000 euros to like 5 million euros. So what we have done is to help more companies like this, and the journey. First of all, the journey of software development is a long process. So whenever you're thinking of building an app, even if you're in the very early stages of actually just having a Figma design, remember, whoever you're picking as your software development partner, it's going to be absolutely critical. You're going to be working with those people for the next many years. So selecting that is very, very important. So what we have done to help with this is we've built a specific program called the Startup Accelerator. So this morning I wanted to make a quick video really to help specifically founders of anyone to hear some key stories that I have took away, and some giveaway that I want to make sure that I will make you aware what is actually possible for you when you're looking to build any software development products, or perhaps you're looking to add engineers. And there's something that I'm going to give away to make you guys aware of that. So just listen to this and see if this is valuable. So over the years I have built and deployed easily 70 plus applications. These were being mobile apps, web applications, desktop applications, browser extensions, and various different applications that I've built. So over the years I have encountered various ways of working, whether working with enterprise companies with over 2,000 plus employees, or startups that have a team of, let's say, 1 to 10 or 1 to 50 people. So I'm going to share a couple of takeaways, things that you need to know, regardless of which type of, whether you're a founder, manager, senior engineer, CTO, CIO, whatever. So first of all, I will talk to the founders of startups, right? If somebody that is, in the process of raising funds, or somebody that is raised, somewhere between, 50,000 euros to like 5 million euros. So what we have done is to help more companies like this, and the journey. First of all, the journey of software development is a long process. So whenever you're thinking of building an app, even if you're in the very early stages of actually just having a Figma design, remember, whoever you're picking as your software development partner, it's going to be absolutely critical. You're going to be working with those people for the next many years. So selecting that is very, very important. So what we have done to help with this is we've built a specific program called the Startup Accelerator. So to do that, you can basically go to the Devs & House website, and on the top right you'll see we've got the startup hub. So you can go click on the startup, and from there you'll see, depending on which criteria that you qualify. And what we're doing there, we're giving away up to 60 development hours for free if you qualify, right? So there are certain criteria, of course. We want startup that already raised a certain amount of funds, and to start using that, right? Why are we doing this, right? It's very important, is because we want you to get a feel of what is it to work with us, right? So in the first 60 hours of engaging, that could be depending on the team that we deploy. You could be already have a product, or you could be at the maturity state, you want to bring in more experts like us, or perhaps you might be in the early stages, you want to build the product itself, and we're just going to do the Figma designs and create an MVP as part of that process. You got to get a real feeling of what is it to work with qualified expert software engineers. We call ourselves like Navy SEAL-like engineers, and where we deploy a very small unit of team to this mission. And that mission, whether it's a 1 week work, 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, doesn't matter, right? So that has been very helpful for startups. And right now, obviously we have a backlog. We're taking on 1 client per month. So every month we're picking on 1 client. So if you want that, go to the devsandhouse.eu website, go to the startup section, and simply filling the form and get yourself qualified for that. So that's something you can get for free, up to 60 development hours. And that could be time of a DevOps engineer, of time of a backend engineer, backend front-end, a blockchain, designer, whatever, right? So whatever your product needs, we're going to focus on this. Okay, so that's one thing for that. Now, what about if you're a more established company where you just want to have a team deployed to your company? And why do people actually come to us, right? What do they get in comparison for them to hire directly themselves? And how does these two can complement? It's not like, doing this is right. It's really about having team of experts. So one of the things we get is we have list of portfolio of clients where they have already over 2,000 employees, and they have a team of engineers of like 80 engineers at some cases, and some which maybe have like, you know, somewhere between 5 to 10. So what they do, they're like, okay, we need to scale up, we have our product, we need to build this feature. They will bring us in, and we will basically deploy a team of 2, 3, 4, 5, depending of the thing needed, to that mission, and we will just work on that mission for that period. Now what that does is that suddenly bring in a lot of complement to the company, because now we do this all the time. We build software for over 15 years, and so that has come with a lot of experience, right? I have single-handed built over 70 plus applications. These have been web, mobile, desktop apps. In addition to that, I've worked 5.5 years in IBM Ireland as a senior software engineer. We have a bunch of ex-Microsoft members, ex-Google members. So obviously all the expertise comes in and gets passed on. So you get the knowledge of the whole company. And that's something very, very important. So one thing we do with the clients is something very important. I often say is like, okay, let's just deploy the team. So in the early stages, while all the formality stuff, let's deploy the team, get a feel what is it like to working with developers. You don't want to be signing up, to a software partner and then suddenly realize that, oh, the development is getting done in somewhere else, and I'm dealing with some sort of a, account manager or some sort of a technical manager, and then stuff gets down, and who's doing the work? So the way our model is very simple. We deploy the whole team to you. So it could be 2, 3 people, and you will work as if you hired those people. And that's, our clients love this, and I really advocate for that, because it's something very important. You could really get the message across. And if you're early stages, you're a founder, you want to be able to educate and teach the members, the team members. So how we're different, what are we doing differently? So when I'm on a mission on building a product for a client, I'm like, okay, I want the whole team. And we keep teams very small, right? Navy SEAL like engineers, we keep them really small, somewhere between 2 to 4 people is usually my favorite. I'm gonna keep them really small. And so one of the things they get, which is very important, they get resource splitting. Resource splitting, it's something very unique that only we offer. And what is that? It's basically, let's say you need a team of 4 people, but we're only gonna allocate 2 resources. So we're gonna half-time, let's say we need a designer for half-time, let's say morning shift, we need a QA engineer for another half shift, and we need a DevOps engineer, and I need 1 full-time backend engineer. So suddenly now I have 4 people, 4 bodies in 2 resources, right? So Anthony, who's, you guys might see him on the website, he actually came up with this, says, okay, how do we help clients with making sure that we can make it more affordable for them, at the same time not waste of having multiple resources, multiple developers. So that's where we came up with this concept of the resource splitting, which clients absolutely love it, right? Specifically in Ireland, our Irish clients really, really love this, because it keeps the costs really down, productivity is really high, and only the people that really need it inside, they do the work. So I think that's important. Obviously, you can benefit from the scaling up and down. Within 30 days notice, you can simply just, say, okay, I want to increase the resources, I want to decrease the resources. That obviously comes in with a lot of flexibility. And the most important is that we are measured on results, right? So whatever development that's inside, the whole team is focused. And I really advise you guys do this, even with your own engineering team. Turn every engineer into a salesperson. Say like, okay, what are you building this feature for? So let's say we're doing 1 sprint, and in this sprint development, we're building 1 functionality. Let's understand why we're building that functionality. Who's the end user? How are we making sure that this feature is going to get monetized, right? Is there somebody paying for this? How much they're paying for it? Get the developer, get the designer, get the QA engineer to think about the whole journey. When they do that, ownership, responsibility goes to a much higher state. So what you end up having is you end up having a full team that turn into not just engineers, but also turn into making sure the features that they build, that this feature is going to be useful and usable by the end user. And that makes a huge difference. So for us, number 1 mission as a company is to make sure the product that we touch, the clients that we take on every month, and we have a bandwidth at the moment taking 1 client per month. That's sort of our ratio. We're trying to keep the company at a boutique size, somewhere between 120 people to 150 people. So that is a boutique size where we can really focus on very selective number of clients and making sure those clients succeed and generate revenue. Our number 1 mission as a company is to make sure whatever software we build, we turn that software product, this app, this web application, this desktop app, into a significant success. And that is our mission, and that is the developer's mission. So that's the mindset you'll be dealing with. Now, I was just sharing some tips, some advice. and to summarize, to just basically to see how it feels. If that's something you want to just get some insight on, I would suggest you to just go to the Devs and House website, submit the form, and we can certainly have a quick conversation, talk about, and just learn more about how the experts are doing things for Irish companies, for European companies, global, and also we have quite a lot of American companies. I hope this was really valuable. Please share with me feedback. We can definitely connect on LinkedIn. And with that, until next time, see you guys.